Craig Tester, the star of the popular TV show Curse of Oak Island, has recently revealed that the Oak Island treasure is a fake. His statement could potentially shake up the show's reputation and the success of its adventures. Tester's skills and hard work are crucial in the team's quest to find one of the world's most hidden treasures. However, his experiences may change whether he continues to help the team and affect their success. As the team nears the treasure, a figure from Craig's past threatens to reveal damaging secrets, putting the entire expedition at risk. The team's adventurous trips to Oak Island, where they uncover clues left behind by past visitors like the Knights Templar and pirates like Captain Kidd, have led to speculation about legends like Edward Teach known as Blackbeard, making the treasure story even more mysterious. Recent statements might change how we see Oak Island's mystery, and the show itself making fans and other treasure hunters question the real value of the treasure and the stories surrounding it. The latest news might not only change the hunt, but also the way people see Oak Island's story for many years to come. The mystery around Oak Island doesn't make it any easier for those trying to find it. There are very few clues, but they are just enough to keep people hopeful and excited for any new piece of information. They can find the curse. Claims that the treasure will never be discovered. So far, 6 men have lost their lives trying to find it. Craig Tester joined the team with his background in engineering, providing essential technical advice and storytelling skills. He also stepped into the role of producer, allowing him to use both his tech skills and love for the show's story. His technical expertise proved valuable during the show, as he guided the team through many digging projects and helped them uncover hidden secrets about the island. In conclusion, Craig Tester's recent statements about the Oak Island treasure and the show's legends may change the way people view the treasure and its mysteries. The team of treasure hunters on the island of Oak Island LED, by a man named Drake, has been a constant source of excitement and curiosity for the team. However, during the 5th season of the show, a surprising theory about the hidden treasure surface, adding a new layer to their search. We are seeing some quantities. Gold, it shows gold. Yeah, it's there. This theory suggested they might be close to finding an original script, written on parchment, something that would be incredibly valuable, the discovery of the items buried in the ground. LED some team members to think of the Shakespeare theory, which suggests they might be close to finding an original priceless copy of Shakespeare's plays. Buried there, finding them could not only prove Shakespeare's authorship, but also support the theory that Francis Bacon might have written these famous works. Instead, the idea that Shakespeare's unpublished scripts might be among Oak Island's treasures also makes sense when considering that the first editions of his plays were rumoured to have been printed there. This information made the treasure hunters rethink their search strategy and raises questions about the connection between the remote island and one of the most famous writers in history. However, finding original editions of Shakespeare's works is already an almost impossible task. So linking them to Oak Island seems hard for some people to believe. The theory adds cultural and academic value to the treasure hunters' work and helps reduce some criticism aimed at the treasure hunters. The team's research was further complicated by the discovery of a tragic event that felt like a scene from one of Shakespeare's own plays. Some even whispered that it might be the rumoured curse that claimed 7 lives had to be lost before the treasure could be found. The Tester family was heartbroken by this loss, and everyone in the Curse of Oak Island team came together to support him during this difficult time. As the team continued to search for clues and answers, a personal loss struck as they discovered more about the island's secrets. A father's grief surrounded the team, and they all came together to support him during this difficult time. Despite the sadness and the loss of a father, the team remained committed to the search for the treasure on Oak Island. The Lagina brothers and the rest of the team stayed with him, helping him through this painful period. The Oak Island team, known for their treasure hunts, shared a strong bond with each other and a deep sense of empathy and compassion. However, the loss of Drake, a son, brought the team closer, revealing a shared sense of empathy and compassion. Fans also got to know his wife, Rebecca, and their family, including his stepson, Jack Begley. This connection was noticed even before Drake's passing. Craig Tester made the decision to sell his house, worth nearly $4 million, as part of his way of coping with the loss of his son. Selling the house might be a step towards healing and finding peace during these difficult times. However, it also meant letting go of a place filled with memories. Craig decided to move back to Michigan, where he felt more connected to his roots. And family being around family made a huge difference during this tough time. They understood his pain without him needing to explain it, providing a special kind of comfort that comes from being with people who have seen him at his lowest and still stand by you. Michigan was more than just a state. It was where he could be himself without having to pretend he was okay. Being with family helped Craig cope, but it didn't make the pain go away. Grief has its own way of lingering, but knowing that he didn't have to face it alone helped him keep going. Sometimes it's not about finding the answers. What the hell is that? That is odd. What if this is part of the money pad, the original money pad? But just being with others who are asking the same questions throughout all of this, Craig's teammates were there for him too. They became like a second family, standing by him. When his son passed away, offering support in ways that went beyond words. Their friendship and support were a steady presence when everything else felt uncertain. Even though he was thinking about moving, Craig knew his bond with his team would stay strong. His teammates showed up when it mattered, respected his space when he needed it, and lent an ear whenever he wanted to talk. This kind of support made a big difference, reminding Craig that he had people in his life who truly cared. Despite their support, the pain of losing his son was still heavy on his heart. Being away from his family during such a difficult time made him feel more alone, and he longs to be closer to his loved ones back in Michigan. Craig, who had previously been a part of the team that played The Curse of Oak Island, made the decision to relocate back to Michigan in order to further his relationship with his old teammates. Due to the fact that he had recently lost his kid and was in need of finding the strength to move on with his life, he was aware that this decision was essential for his mental well-being. Craig's return to Michigan offered him the opportunity to concentrate on writing a new chapter in his life and in the lives of his family, despite the fact that the relocation was not without its difficulties. As a result of Craig's engineering expertise, the crew has been able to answer the riddles surrounding the island, which has resulted in the development of a devoted audience. Both Rick and Marty Lagina, who are known as the Lagina brothers, are natural leaders who encourage the team to continue their investigation into the mysteries surrounding the island. There have also been important members, including Dan and Dave Blankenship, who were involved in some of the initial searches that were conducted on the island, despite the fact that each member possesses their own unique abilities and is still making progress. The absence of Craig is keenly felt as a result of Craig's extensive knowledge. The team is frequently able to discover new relics or hazards in previously unexplored regions, so contributing to the mystery and history of Oak Island. The island's stories and previous discoveries motivate them to continue their hunt for the secrets that may still be concealed. which is what drives their expeditions to me. From a seismic standpoint, this may be the anomaly they were seeing. It's possible they are driven by a profound curiosity to know what is out there. As Craig makes his way back to Michigan, he is looking for fresh starts, while simultaneously reflecting on the past, with the Regina brothers, Dan Blankenship, Charles Barkhouse, and Fornetti playing important parts. The television show The Curse of Oak Island continues to investigate the mysteries that are concealed on the island. The loss of Craig is keenly felt, but the team continues to rely on his experience and direction as they pursue their objective. As a conclusion, the fact that Craig was able to return to Michigan is a demonstration of the power that family and friends have in assisting individuals in navigating the difficulties of moving forward and discovering hope in the face of negative circumstances. The History Channel has followed two brothers, Marty and Rick Lagina, as they attempt to uncover the truth of cursed Oak Island. Oak Island is just off the coast of Nova Scotia, and is a mysterious place steeped in secrets and myths that have ties to the Knights Templar kings and pirates. There are also rumors that over 200 years ago, a pirate by the name of Captain Kidd left a hidden treasure there. The need to unravel the secrets of this cursed island began when the Laginas were just boys, and now they and the rest of their crew have been on an 11-season journey to find the elusive treasure. However, as they search high and low for these treasures, one has to wonder how much treasure they are already in possession of, and how they have been able to afford this elaborate hunt for so long. American brothers and treasure hunters, Rick and Marty Lagina, started their fellowship of the Dig in 2006 when they started their search for the Oak Island treasure. It is speculated that they took out loans and invited investors into their venture when they first got the funds to search Oak Island for its lost treasure. They were raised together in northern Michigan and learned about the hidden treasure. When they were just little boys, they read about it in a 1965 issue of Reader's Digest, and have clung to the dream ever since. Both brothers are very close, even with the completely different paths life took them on during their adult lives, having pursued completely different careers. Marty Lagina is the younger brother of Rick, and a much more practical man. He is more skeptical about finding anything on the island, but he is also willing enough to dream and try. Anyway, he studied to become an engineer and founded his own energy company, Terra Energy, which he sold for $60 million. Marty Lagina has a Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering from Michigan Technological University and a Juris Doctor from the University of Michigan. He has a law degree and is a member of the state bar. He has an enduring love of science and met one of his best friends, and now co-star of the show Craig Tester. In college, Marty is also the founder and CEO of Heritage Sustainable Energy, and his best friend Craig is the vice president of the company. According to Salary.com, the typical yearly salary of a CEO of a company that size is around $600,000 to add an extra revenue stream. He is also the founder of Mari Vineyard, based in Michigan, where he also has a website from which anyone can order extremely affordable wine, alongside his wine club, the events held there, and the wine tasting tours he sells, apparel, drinks, and accessories. His other investments are unknown, aside from the ones made public. Like funding other treasure hunters, an unconfirmed report claims that the brothers get paid around $100,000 an episode, and perhaps even more in reruns, as they are executive producers on the show. This means that with 25 episodes in a season, they are making $2.5 million per season. With this alone, we can calculate that with 166 episodes of the show, They would have made over $16 million since they started filming the show in 2014. To add to this revenue stream, they are also available for speaking events, where their fee is a minimum of $5,000 for a speaking engagement. They also have multiple books out with excellent reviews, as well as merchandise, like hats, shirts, and keychains on the History Channel website. To add to this, the island has a tour company, Salty Dog Sea Tours, which is booked all the way through the end of April of this year. A very successful tour around the waters of Oak Island. An additional revenue stream for the crew of Oak Island. This means Marty could possibly have a net worth close to $90 to $100 million. Craig Tester. The next prominent person on the show is longtime friend and business partner, Craig Tester, who built Terra Energy with Marty Lagina. He is an expert when it comes to earth scans and drilling. Craig has been an incredible help when it comes to searching for clues around the island, able to recognize the significance behind every dig operation. It is likely he made money from the sale of the energy company, Terra Energy, he helped build alongside Marty Regina in the show Beyond Oak Island. We find out that Marty Craig and Rick invest in other treasure hunters. Explorations with the hope that they find something of great worth and are able to make a profit on the investment, the sale of found artifacts and treasure, can be life-changing as they are able to get huge sums of money in the hundreds of millions, depending on what they find. Not many treasures or returns on investments have been made public knowledge, but they do allude to investing large amounts of money. Craig is also the vice president and manager of a turbine company, Heritage Sustainable Energy. The salary of a founder and vice president of a company this size would be on average $250,000 a year. In addition to this, Craig is also the manager of the Rock Management Group, and he has a Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering from Michigan Technological University. His net worth is likely closer to Marty Regina's, of around $80 to $90 million, as he was his partner in many business ventures like Terra Energy Vineyards and even Oak Island tours. He has also appeared in 100 episodes of The Curse of Oak Island, as well as one episode of Beyond Oak Island. The men have been known to invest their own money into scouring the island for treasures and clues, but it is unknown how much of their millions have gone into this. Alex Lagina. Another member of the crew is Alex Lagina, son of Marty Lagina and nephew of Rick Lagina. He has a degree in mechanical engineering from the University of Michigan. He is involved in his father's businesses, like the winery and energy company. There is also mention of his investments in real estate in Michigan. Alex Lagina is a very popular figure in the show because of his skill and intelligence. When coming up with new strategies to find new treasures, he has been in 95 episodes of Curse of Oak Island, 10 episodes of The Curse of Civil War Gold, and 1 episode of Beyond Oak Island. If we calculated that each episode paid him $100,000, he would have earned nearly $11 million. It is likely that he has also earned money from investments like those of his father and other sites. Speculate that his net worth is as high as $50 million. Jack Begley following the theme of being friends and family. The next cast member of the Oak Island crew is Jack Begley, the stepson of Craig Tester. He is based in Michigan, as most of the Oak Island crew seems to be, and he never hesitates to do the dirty work on the show. Jack and Craig are often working together on any digs on the island. When he isn't working with his stepdad, he can be found with friend and fellow crew member Gary Drayton, a metal detectorist around the island. Jack Begley is a producer on the show and has been in 100 episodes of The Curse of Oak Island. Calculating this would give Jack a net worth of $10 million, without including his revenue as a producer from the syndication of the show. Of course, as he is only a supporting character, he is unlikely to make the same amount as the Legina brothers, so his net worth could be as much as half of that estimate. However, the show is not his only stream of revenue, as Jack owns his own company, Remote Energy Solutions, as well as being a drone pilot. A drone pilot is estimated to make over $100,000 a year, in addition to his co-ownership of a company that is estimated to make 7 figures a year. His total net worth is estimated to be around $3 to $10 million as of 2024. Gary Drayton. Gary Drayton is originally from England and taught himself the art of metal detecting. He has often helped the Fellowship of the Dig, unearthed many of Oak Island's incredible treasures. Gary offers invaluable insight to the show and is featured in Beyond Oak Island as well. Given his connection to the greater world of treasure hunters, he has many of his own catchphrases on the show and is behind finding coins, semi-precious gems, and most significantly, a LED cross with ties to the Knights Templar. He has appeared in 150 episodes of the show, meaning he could be worth $15 million from show appearances alone. However, given his position as a side character, it is unlikely to be that high. However, he has written 2 books and found treasures himself, including rare coins, a ring made of emeralds, an ink of gold, and even a Roman perfume bottle. Many sites estimate his net worth to be around $1 to $3 million. Charles Barkhouse. Another crew member who has been in as many as 93 episodes and is a fan favourite is the Oak Island historian Charles Barkhouse. He has lived and investigated the island for over 50 years, and he gives guided tours around the island, as well as the Oak Island Museum. According to Alex Lagina, he knows a lot about Oak Island, and is one of the foremost historians of its legacy. Charles first started working as an advisor to the Lagina brothers and is a production assistant for the show. A production manager can make anywhere between $66,000 and $115,000 a year, according to Salary.com, to add to his revenue. He is a published author, aside from being known as a historian. The most interesting fact about him is that he is a Freemason and actually a Knight Templar himself. Some fans speculate that he is there to keep an eye on the island and lead the team away from finding the treasure. Of course, these theories are not believed by serious fans, and he is very well respected for his expertise, which he shares with visitors on the island, as well as in segments of the show. Some even say Charles is the true treasure on Oak Island, whose salary as an Oak Island guide is estimated to be around $30,000 a year. His deep roots on the island are appreciated and lend authenticity to their work on Oak Island. All of his show appearances, his book deal production credits, and tour guide salary would put him in the range of around $2 to $3 million. This is taking into account that he would not be paid the same amount as the main characters in the show, and because he does not appear in as many episodes, Laird Niven, one of the most important members of the crew, is Laird Naivan. He is an archaeologist and historic preservation expert who has been in over 117 episodes of the show. His skills are welcome, as they rely on him to protect and explain some of the treasures and clues they find on the island. An archaeologist can make a salary of $46,000 to $100,000 a year, adding in the historic preservationist expertise, which as a career can make over $50,000 a year, can be counted on to make his expertise all the more valuable. So in truth, his salary as an archaeologist can be more than double the average to over $120,000. Laird Naivan describes himself as a self-employed archaeologist, and he studied sociology and social anthropology at Dalhousie University. But more than this important cornerstone of his identity, he is also a businessman. He is also the owner of Institute Cultural Heritage Research Group, a company that provides archaeological research and historic preservation services that has been running for over 25 years. His company is internationally recognized, and his research group is said to be worth $22 million. His dedication to historical preservation efforts is well respected and acknowledged in the historical preservationist community. Like many of the crew on Oak Island, he gives a lot of interviews, seminars, and guest speaking engagements for different events and occasions. He is even slated to speak at the Chester Municipal Heritage Society's annual meeting in May of this year, given the prestige, respect, and expertise of Laird Navan, alongside his many episodes on Oak Island. His net worth is estimated to be around $4 to $5 million at the lowest. Some estimates would place him at $16 million. Rick Lagina. Rick is the older brother to Marty, and he used to be a United States postal worker while living in Michigan. He learned to see the world in a very old-fashioned way. He lived by an old code of conduct, where honor and determination meant everything. This is how he has been able to keep believing in his dream of finding the Oak Island treasure. A postal worker would make around $62,000 a year. While this is a good living, it is unlikely to be able to fund a treasure hunt of